really good evening to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dream TV. Peace Nobombi is my name, and this is the news this evening at 4 p.m. Now, the Penal Reform International, an organization that advocates for appropriate response for criminal justice problems, has called upon the government to revise means of reducing congestion in prisons, especially during the situation of COVID-19 pandemic, to avoid putting prisoners at the risk of contracting the disease. Now, the call was made by Doreen Keze, the Director of Penal Reform International Africa, while handing over items to support prisons to control the rate of infections in prisons while in Mayenga.
Currently, different countries globally are battling with COVID-19 pandemic, whereas in Uganda, many people have been infected by the disease, others succumbing to death. COVID-19 also affected prisoners because in different prisons, many were tested positive from the disease. Doreen Chaze, Director Penal Reform International, an organization that advocates for proportionate responses to criminal justice problems, says that COVID-19 affects many people, including even prisoners, especially when it increases in their communities.
The COVID-19 affecting health and life of many. We believe that given when the risk of infection increases within the community, the situation is even worse for those in prisons and other places of detention because of the vulnerable nature of the environment within which they live.
Chaze says that Uganda has the major challenge of prison congestion. Therefore, with other players, there is need to support the government by advocating for increased use of alternative to imprisonment.
We know that prison congestion is a major problem in Uganda and other parts of Africa, and so we believe that together with other players within this sector, we can support not only through the provision of PPEs, as we've done, protective prevention equipment, but also through advocating for the increased use of alternatives to imprisonment.
She adds that following the reduced number of court hearings, prisoners are likely to get more people, hence increasing congestion level.
The population is soaring because of the reduced number of court hearings at the moment. There are very few people that are going through court and also hearings taking place. So inevitably, that the end result is that the prison is going to receive a lot more people, and very few people will be released or having their cases released, which increases on the congestion level.
Chaze called upon government to revise means of reducing this congestion in the prisons, especially during the situation of COVID-19 pandemic, to avoid putting on risk prisoners in contracting COVID-19.
As much as we are providing these items, we hope that that as a nation we can work towards reducing the prison congestion through other means, alternatives, community sentences, especially for those who have committed minor offences.
Penal Reform International has therefore donated different items to support prisoners to control the rate of infection in prisons.
Today's items are meant to support the prisons in its efforts to control the rate of infection within the prison settings. We are giving PPEs, including sanitizers, masks, both reusable and non-reusable, soap, jig, and we also provide IEC materials, educational materials, which are important for the prisoners to know how best to protect themselves.
Julius Momza, Dream TV News.